Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a new week after a relaxing weekend, at least for myself. I wanted to make certain videos, but I just couldn't because I have a child I have to look after. And the thing is, tomorrow is a very important video. I'm going to be doing an interview with Jyotish, as you know, the queen of Vedic Astrology. And she's going to be here on KRSchannel and at 11 a.m. California time. And she's going to be discussing dispositors in astrology, because when I do predictions or anybody does predictions, we always look. Okay, so if I'm making a prediction regarding your Jupiter, and your Jupiter is in the sign of Capricorn, but Saturn, the lord of Jupiter, is placed in the 9th house, 12th house, 11th house, it's going to set the tone of how Jupiter is going to react. So this she's going to discuss in a very detailed way. So that's what we're going to discuss here tomorrow. So today we are going to be discussing Moon in Rohini Nakshatra Padha 1. And this video is generally about what happens when your moon is in the sign of Taurus. So you think like a Taurus, but then each zodiac sign is divided into 2 to 2.5 parts called the Nakshatras, the constellation working behind the scenes of a zodiac sign. And the thing is, I've already made the video on Moon in Taurus. I've made a video on Moon in Rohini Nakshatra, so please go watch those videos so you get a detailed analysis of what this Nakshatra is. Because what I'm discussing today is that each Nakshatra itself is divided into 4 parts called the Padhas. That kind of funnels down your ability to think and how your mind reacts and thinks in a way. So if you want to get a long variation of what the Rohini Nakshatra is, look into that. But mainly what Rohini Nakshatra is, it's one of the 3 most creative nakshatras, especially in my own opinion. The 3 most creative nakshatras that I've experienced by looking at people's chart, is Rohini, Mriksira and Revati. These are the 3 of the most creative nakshatra. And although other nakshatra come into play like Purva, Falguni and Brahni, but these are the ones that really set the tone for the mind to express itself creatively. And Rohini itself is ruled by moon. And mind, the moon, this is one of the most powerful nakshatras ruled by moon. And here moon feels like the mind is very balanced. Mind wants to create something creative. And especially, this is the nakshatra about beauty. Expressing yourself in a beautiful way, trying to look beautiful for the gods in the ancient text, as it says. But what we are discussing today is how is this Padha 1 of this nakshatra will react? How do they feel beautiful? How do they create beauty? How do they create art? The thing is, these are the people, the Padha 1 nakshatra people, who are able to take physical action towards their creativity. These are the people who feel like they need to work their magic now, then wait till later on. They're not the procrastinators. This is the most aggressive side of this Rohini Nakshatra. That they said, okay, I have something creative in mind, and I feel like time is running out. So what happens is they race off to it and they do it. These are the doers of the creative side of zodiac. Like if they feel like, okay, I have a story that it's flittering in my mind. If they have like a story in the middle of the road, they suddenly came up with the idea, and this guy is a writer and he's just going on a some conference, has nothing to do with his creative work. This person will stop on the side of the road and write his ideas down before he forgets. He will go that same night and start writing that entire idea into a novel or into a script, because he is able to take that action towards making his creation come to life. This is what this nakshatra is about, making things come to life. And what comes to life, especially when moon is involved? Creativity. The mind is creating things. What does mind create? Whatever it creates is a creative side. Whether you think it's bad or not, it is a creative side of the mind that goes to work. So these people will greatly make great art teachers, singing teachers. They make good coaches, voice coaches. Because remember, Taurus is a sign of vocal things. when you speak, when you talk. Rohini, part of the nakshatra, becomes very elegant, very soft. We're all about singing and music and, you know, hearing things pleasurably. Padha, one of the nakshatra, are the people who simply just do it. They do not care if they're prepared or not. Okay, so there's a good side and a bad side to all padhas and nakshatras and everything. So what their bad side is that without preparation, they might just go and do it. If they get encouragement, like, okay, you're a great singer, you should, you know, go out there in competition, prepare for it and do it. And if they feel like there's a competition happening tomorrow and they're like, okay, I have like literally 12 hours to prepare, they'll be like, okay, I'll do it. They'll prepare it, they'll go. Now, they can win if they have that natural talent, or they can just fail. But the thing that I've noticed with this padha is that anytime a failure happens, it encourages a fire within them. They're like, oh, you failed me? Oh, you do not accept me in American Idol? Well, you watch what I do. What happens with this, it becomes a very rageful creativity. They're in a competitive spirit. So the best way for these people to be motivated is to be around negativity. That's the secret to this padha, is if you are around people who discourage you, like, you're not such a good singer. Oh, no, your story is horrible. Please don't write that into a book. Please don't quit your day job. These are the people who'll be like, oh yeah, really, watch. I'm going to sell this book next year when I finish it, and I'm going to be a millionaire, and you'll be, you know, watching there like a clown. And they will make these things happen because, again, mind is here to compete, and compete in creative things, creative work, creation of something. So they have the energy to go out and create something beautiful, create something magical, create something artistic. So these are the doers of creativity. Because each of the zodiac or nakshatras that are creative, whether it's Mriksara, Bhrani, or, you know, Revati, there are certain padhas that are kind of procrastinators. Then there are certain padhas that are just doers. Then there are certain padhas that are balanced. So all of the four elements kind of go into each padha. But if this padha wants to do something and make it happen, don't worry about if you're surrounded by negativity. The more you're around negativity, the more you're going to try to prove them wrong. And in proving them wrong, you will eventually accomplish your goal. Okay? So that's what this padha, one of this nakshatra is. So guys, this is, if you're new to my channel, subscribe below. And again, if you want to know where your moon is placed and where your nakshatras is placed, where your planetary placements are, for that, check out the links here. And check out my full astrological report, including my books, Astrology, Conjunction, and Aspects at the Speed of Light, including my new magazine, and all the new options and consultations are on this link. Otherwise, we'll see you tomorrow with the interview with Joni Patri, and then Wednesday, the Padha 2 of Rohini Nakshatra.